I would like to welcome our own BDM, Mr. Nsindiso. Please join us on the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Evening, Mr. Nsindiso.
It is my pleasure and honor to be standing before you today in celebration of this once again anniversary of the ANDURA hardware. I prepared a speech that I say, you know what, let me write it down and then talk about just, you know, I was going through memory lane because this has been a journey, and it has been amazing, and it has been strife. But I say, you know what, this is my team and these are my brothers, and I don't need a script to guide me in expressing what this is and where we are from and where we are going. I'd like to remind us all that ANDURA hardware was once an idea. ANDURA hardware was once something on brains, and nobody could see what ANDURA. Really, what is ANDURA? But today I'll explain, because I know what is ANDURA. I've seen what ANDURA. I've seen what ANDURA is doing in communities and in people's lives. Today, I'm here with 7 of my brothers, who I call a team, because we are joined by one vision, and that vision is building communities. That vision is bringing change. That vision is bringing hope. That vision is not for us as the ANDURA team, but it's for the country to see. It's for the generations to see.
And the world.
And the world. Because this is very important. ANDURA started in 2020. When it started, it's just that we are somewhere different. I wanted to show you shelves that are today full, but when it started, the shelves were empty. That should tell you how important is starting. Just starting. I remember when I first joined ANDURA hardware in April 2021. I came to Angelfish, and it was only one branch then. Because I was interested, and as a talker as I am, but I'm also a listener, and I wanted to find out what am I putting myself into. I heard stories when Mr. Marvin and Mr. Lindo were setting up this amazing ANDURA hardware that we are talking about today. They had, when they started, there was no way, there was no branch. Mr. Marvin and Mr. Lindo were working in Mr. Lindo's house, which today I would call a backyard office. Today we have sophisticated books, digital and all. But then it was just scribbles that Mr. Marvin and Mr. Lindo drafted in that backyard office. And then when that was making sense to them, they brought it to say, you know what, we have something to work on now. Let's go and rent out a place. They could have chosen anything. They could have chosen a place along the road, whatsoever. But what interests me is they've chosen a garage space. And that garage space, many other businesses have a history of it. I can make an example of the Apple iPhone company. The Apple is producing iPhones. They started on a garage space, and they grew. They grew to worldwide companies. What is stopping ANDURA from being that? I don't expect an answer, because that's where we are going. Okay, Fingerfish is the branch that I'm talking, our mother branch, our head office, our when we need inspiration and accountability on things, when we need ideas, when we feel like our heads are clouded and there's a clock that is blocking our way of thinking. We just go where we formed the systems, the cultures, because we are diverse. We come from all different ends, but we are united by one vision. And that vision is to build. Let's build. Let's not build ourselves alone. Let's build communities. Let's build our country. Let's build our world. There's a saying that says, the world is in your hands. Well, we want to share our world with people. What fascinates me the most is the dedication of this team. There's no day where I've seen that one of ANDURA branches is closed and there's no reason for it. There's no customer that has come in one of our branches and was disappointed or was treated unfairly or was disrespected in any other way.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Because our customer service is exceptional. Our level of humanity is exceptional. Ubuntu is one of our core values within each and every individual in this house. We know that we are who we are because we know who they are. And though by they are, I mean the people that we serve. Because we are not just selling, we are providing a service. I remember this one time. I was at Fingerfish, and again at Deep Slot. I'm a person who converse a lot. I don't have to choose who you are to be able to have a conversation with you. So this I'll call him Madala because it's an old man. He's coming to buy. First instance, Fingerfish. Second instance, different people. So they are old, both of them, which I consider that as a blessing. They come, they say, boys, I love what you are doing. I've been around for quite a long time, but I've never seen young boys doing what you are doing. I've never seen a hardware this clean, a hardware this beautiful, a hardware that is so full of potential.
And professional.
I'm going there. You can see when you're talking to someone that, oh, come on, this person is emotional. It's like, there are big hardwares. He made an example of our one in opposite us, which is, I won't mention here because we're not talking about them, it's about us.
Yes.
He says, the big guys here, they are taking all our money and they're not giving anything back. But when I come here to you guys, you treat me so well. You may, like, it was not his first time coming to our hardware at the time. So I came here, I wanted a paint. The way you talked to me, the way you explained it to me, the way the explanation alone, you were engaged in what you were saying. And you made me realize that as much as there are bigger guys out there, but home is at ANDURA.
Yes.
Well. Powerful.
And then he said, boys, I want you to be as big as them. And I see you are clever boys. Hey, you clever boys, eh? Yeah. No, hey, you know, that was a conversation.
Yes.
Hey. Okay. Like, no, Dara, we're trying. No, this is not trying. This is it, man. This is it. And I want to see you. I wish I'll be alive when I see you opening a warehouse. No, because it's an old Madala. He couldn't say a warehouse, but I could
Understand.
I could put words in his mouth and say, oh, you want us to open a warehouse? Like, yeah, that's right. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, no, we move it there. You are reiterating our plans and our objectives and our vision. Like, okay, no, I wish I would be alive to say that. Well, there's another thing. You see the books that you were drafting at the backyard office.
Yes.
I want us to frame them. Those young sailors that we had those days, when Mr. Marvin used to sit there the whole day and not making anything, we need to have that. You know why? Starting small is an issue to many. And they need an example to reflect. When we say we started small, it mustn't sound like a made-up story. There should be a blueprint There should be a blueprint where we say, this is it. This is where we started, and this is where we are. You see, I want our grandchildren to look at those books and laugh at our handwritings, especially mine. They'll be looking at, you were writing with a pen, because the digital world is taking over. So they'll be looking at it, and then it will go as an inspiration. It will go as an inspiration when we tell those kids that, you know what, you can start from a very small scale, but with consistency. There are fruits in continuing what you are doing every day. It's not a one-day thing. Say, I want to sell. And then you sell today, and then tomorrow you are out. You need to build it. We build. You build up. You build up. You build up until it becomes something that you are proud, and you can share it with everyone else. Because one thing you need to know: don't do things for yourself. Do it for the world to see. We are here to support. There's this other thing. ANDURA Hardware is it may be run by us, but it's not for us. ANDURA Hardware is a brand, and we are operating in townships, and we have people and young kids that are looking up to us, and our presentation and our professionalism represents us. So when Teboho in Alexander, Teboho in Tembisa, Lunga in Diepsloot look at ANDURA, and then he's growing in front of ANDURA, he will know that it's possible.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
He will know that a business. They see these brands, they see these adverts on TV, they see these things on TV, they think it's far-fetched and it's for certain individuals, for Abosor and so. But when we bring it to the township, we're saying, no, boy, you can do it yourself. So it's not about us. We are just a vehicle that brings the business mindset, because especially the hardware space. The hardware space has been monopolized by the people of color. I don't want to be racist, but it's been monopolized by the people of color to a point that we think opening a hardware it needs a lot of money, needs a lot of things whatsoever. But all you need is to start and to be serious about it and to have a vision about it. Let the young dreamers dream, so that they can see that the world is a stage. The world is for them for the taking. I'd like us to give a round of applause to to Mr. Lindo Mtumezi. Yes, a round of applause is good. Lindo Mtumezi is one guy I happen to admire because he had a vision, and then when having that vision, he met Mr. Marvin. If I recall correctly, it was in a daycare center where Mr. Marvin was working at the time. And then he said, Mr. Marvin, I have this idea of a hardware, and I think it's something that can change people's lives and can add value to the community. And then when he narrated his vision to Mr. Marvin was so keen in implementing this vision that he couldn't wait for his previous employer to fire him. He just resigned and say, let's build this vision of yours, because it will impact a lot of people and a lot of lives, and it will create opportunities for generations to come. And we are the first generation that is gaining from this vision, from this implementation, and we're not the last. It can be said the 7 individuals here, but their families benefiting from it. And as we open branches from township to township, there'll be more members added. There'll be more families benefiting. So, guys, gentlemen, I want us to nurture this baby, ANDURA hardware, give it the care that it needs, so that it grows, it matures, and it brings only positive thoughts, only pride and joy to those who are touched by it. What I like most is we're not only selling, but we are also contributing to the community, and we are partnering with other entities that are making change in the communities. Mr. Lindo will correct me. We also shared hands with Mampeule Foundation and Colin Mashawana Foundation that was building homes to destitute families, and we lend our hand through donations, so that we can not only be targeting sales. Let's contribute to the well-being of the community. Here's another thing. We are an organization, and organizations are formed under values and objectives. With ANDURA hardware, we have tasked ourselves to come with unconventional methods to service our people. And we have incorporated agility into that, so that because the world is changing so very fast, and if you are not agile and come with unconventional method will be left behind. Versatility is something I won't even question, because we are a versatile team, a very capable team, and I believe that with this team we are going very far. With this team we are going to break boundaries. This team we are going to conquer South Africa, Africa, and the world at large.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. What's the word?
Much appreciated.
We are at a stage where we are still small, we are still trying, but we're tapping into the market. And the big companies are feeling the pain. It's just that they're not talking. And the next coming years will be a test to us. We will be tested because we are gunning for highest. We are gunning for greatness. So when that time comes, I want us to be ready. I want us to be open-minded about this. We are operating in townships, but our mindset should not stick on the townships. We need to compete. We need to compete with these big guys at a very professional level. We need to change our mindset from township to national. We need to explore and build. Gentlemen, it is a great honor, and I think the motion I'm moving with here is, let's not stop.
Oh yes. We build.
Yes, sir.
We build.
We build.
Come on, guys. If we don't build, what are we doing in the communities? Exactly. We have to build.